I think early on, I was just a strict micromanager. I mean, I'd walk around and I'd love Google Sheets, and they're like running jokes inside of the company around like how I'd have task lists and to-do lists. And it was definitely the case that I went way too long with the spreadsheet and the to-do list and running team meetings with to-do lists. And that was definitely a mistake. Where, you can't, especially if you want great people. Like great people do not want to necessarily be told what to do. They want to be given a problem that they're capable of solving, and then run with that problem so that they can go figure out the solution to it. The other side, of course, is going to full on delegation. And often you hire executives and individuals who just might be like way, way, way abstracted from the problem, might not get into the weeds, might just be like, look, my entire job is to hire people and I don't really necessarily get involved. And that doesn't quite work either. And as a CEO, you can fall into that mode. And the real thing that I've found is in any given moment, there are one or two or three initiatives that you have to drive. There are things that just have to get done. They're the most critical things in the business. And you have to pick your own sort of state and go arbitrarily detailed on those things, right? That's the sort of, Elon Musk, I sleep on the factory floor kind of moment, but you've got to pick those spots. And to drive the business forward, you've got to make sure you get those things right. And then there's sort of everything else where you really want to trust and delegate to your team and do the rational things of QBRs and business reviews and making sure that everybody's kind of coordinated and really rely upon sort of management best practices by doing one-on-ones and team meetings and OKRs and metrics. And that abstraction is really helpful, but you can't totally abstract from every single thing out there and not have any project ownership, because as a founder, the one thing you have as a CEO, the one thing you have is the ability to drive change forward. And so that's been a big learning for me, which is to be really judicious about where to pick the spots. And I struggle with it all the time because you're constantly sort of slippery sloping either into too much management and not enough and too much delegation, or on the flip side, in some cases, doing too many detailed reviews about things that really don't matter and that really your team can figure out.